While we were producing our top 10 anticipated games of fall 2015, we had to replace 2 entries on the list in 1 week. This has been a good year for games so far, but there have been some titles that we were expecting to play before January that have sadly slipped through our fingers. These are ranked by our anticipation levels, along with how likely we felt it would be to get these games when they were originally advertised. Delays are an inevitable part of the industry, but it's not often that there are enough to warrant their own top 10.
Come on, this way.
Hitman is an interesting choice because hype for the franchise at GT is diminished since the lackluster Absolution. Coming off the stellar Blood Money, Absolution was more about violence than elegance. The reboot promises to return to Hitman's roots by offering massive levels of freedom when planning each assassination. The only concern is that IO Interactive plans to release the game in small increments, encouraging players to replay the same mission multiple times. Hopefully, the delay is an attempt to smooth out this unusual release structure, and we'll get a lot more content after launch.
Good to have you back.
Jonathan Blow's long-awaited follow-up to the much-loved Braid finally has an honest-to-goodness release date. This is good news. The game was announced in 2009, originally expected in 2011, and has since been on the verge of being considered vaporware, especially in the wake of news of how much of his own assets Blow has poured into this labor of love. We're looking forward to bearing witness to this beautiful belated puzzler. It just sucks that we keep having to accept a rain check.
Three of us and 2 of them.
Well, we got 60 seconds. I say we do it.
Ryan, you game? Alright, here comes a sticky. On my mark.
Despite being officially announced at E3 2013, we still don't know a ton about the division. Ubisoft has a history of extended, overhyped delays like Watch Dogs, but the recently revealed Dark Zone looks like an interesting take on co-op. The ability to kill your teammates for much-needed supplies and resources makes this more than just another military shooter. Even though the tablet synergy was abandoned earlier this year, it shows just how committed Ubisoft is to making this game the best it can be by not being afraid to delay or scrap ideas that aren't working. The Division remains a mysterious title, which is why we're not more surprised it's not coming out this year. But this game needs to launch soon.
Billy. I think that's Sam's tower.
We're not sure when you were expecting to continue Nathan Drake's journey, but we expected the end to come by the end of 2015. What we've seen so far has impressed us on multiple levels, so we're not sure where the project set unrealistic goals that forced the game's development into extra innings. We were initially nervous after several people left the team to work on other projects, but it doesn't seem to have affected the game's quality so far. Here's hoping the game's delay isn't a clue that there are more skeletons in Naughty Dog's closet that we've yet to uncover.
Yeah. Oh, crap, crap, crap!
XCOM Enemy Unknown was the GameTrailers 2012 Game of the Year, for good reason. It brought back XCOM in a fantastic way, making it more modern and accessible while keeping the strategic and tactical depth the series is known for. All we need to know about XCOM 2 is that it's staying true to the standard Enemy Unknown set. Initially expected to release in November, we have to wait until February to fight off the alien menace. Although the delay is only 3 months, strategy games of this caliber don't come around too often, making it especially painful.
This is the story of a Lombax named Ratchet and his robot friend Clank, and the muscular, irresistibly handsome hero who helped them save the galaxy.
Everything we've seen from Ratchet & Clank, the reboot of Ratchet & Clank, has looked insanely good. It's the kind of simple, fun platformer we were looking for this fall. Then on one fateful mid-May day, the associated animated feature, also called Ratchet & Clank, announced a delayed cinematic debut to April 29, 2016. Well, wouldn't you know it, in the very same press release, Ratchet & Clank, the PS4 one, the one we want, was also delayed until spring of 2016. While it's nice to believe that the game can only benefit from this push, it's hard to see this as anything but a business decision, which leaves us a little salty. Once again, Quantum Break has time traveled, floating into 2016 through a dimensional rift. Remedy has an incredible track record for developing quality games like Max Payne and Alan Wake. The only problem is that sometimes they take forever. And such is the case with Quantum Break, the proposed Xbox One system seller and bizarre live-action TV hybrid. At Gamescom 2015, a brand new cast was revealed, which hopefully isn't the only reason for the long delay. Although a divisive subject, we can't wait to see how our choices in the game directly impact the live-action portions. And the manipulative powers look like an incredible evolution of bullet time. We trust Sam Lake, but our patience is draining.
Entering Corneria's orbit.
It's been over a decade since the Star Fox team took up a new mission on a console, and now, like us, the poor decrepit Wii U will have to wait even longer for a true AAA Nintendo title. The classic scene of defending Corneria and the revival of the Chicken Walker from the cancelled Star Fox 2 are a good sign from the developers that the franchise is heading in a direction that fans have long been pining for. But as we eagerly await the call to scramble once again, the pain has been extended, and we can only hope the extra time pays off.
Good luck.
In January of 2013, producer Eiji Onuma appeared in a Nintendo Direct and emptied a full bomb bag on us. The Wii U would find its savior in a veritable system seller, a brand new Legend of Zelda game. He described how the new title would dazzle in HD, defy traditional Zelda dungeon structure, and transport players to an expansive, open-world Hyrule. Fast forward 2 years, one E3 trailer and an extended Game Awards demo later, and we still don't know much about next-gen Zelda. Rumors suggest that the Wii U might not even get its reprieve if Zelda comes to the NX instead, though there's a chance Nintendo will follow the precedent set by Twilight Princess and do a dual release. We hope Epona gets to take at least one ride before the Wii U is put out to pasture.
And it's so accessible, you could even play while chatting like this.
A little more than a month ago, Atlus insisted that Persona 5 was coming out in 2015. We eagerly awaited Tokyo Game Show, confident that we'd see tons of footage and a glorious release date. Lo and behold, we did see new footage in the longest and most impressive trailer yet, but at the end, the words "Summer 2016" crushed our hopes and dreams. We understand that delays happen, and it's better to have a game delayed than released too early, but that doesn't heal the aching hole in our heart. When a game looks as outstanding as Persona 5, it's hard not getting impatient and frustrated. This week is the long-awaited season finale of Tabletop Adventures as our fellowship reaches the end of their journey. Also, Rise of the Tomb Raider is one of the games you can still play this year, and we've got a bunch of new impressions from playing the latest demo. We'll see you next week for another GT Countdown.